Hey, hello. Hello. How are we today? Hope we're doing good. We're back at it with some more Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Reforged. Hope we're doing great on this hump day. Halfway through the week. I think last time we left off, we got to Ireland because somehow the murder investigation in Paris led us to Ireland. And we just hoisted ourselves over a castle wall where a dig was. Because, I don't know, something about an artifact being found there that's related to the Templars that's somehow related to the murder. I don't know how. Oh yeah, we're fucking dead. I remember. Oh my god. Well, it's gonna be a short stream, guys. See you guys later. We're dead. All right. Oh, okay. There we go. I was like, how do I actually get myself up? Okay. Let's take a look-see.
It was a rusted piece of iron. Maybe part of a plow or something.
Oh, I forgot his narration. I see you're still dead. Yeah, I forgot I fucking died until I was like, oh yeah, I thought it'd be funny if I just left off here. Also, hello, guy. Hope you're doing well. Oh! And we're dead yet again. It's, again, a very short stream, guys. So sorry about this. Let's see what we can rate. So, do I have to find a way to get past the goat? Is that the whole thing?
The goat's movements were restricted by a halter tied to a metal post.
Can I can talk to the
Billy?
goat? Billy?
The goat responded with a cool and penetrating stare.
I forgot about this guy's narration. I also check how good is the volume for this. I know this was one where the volume was kind of out of whack sometimes, but how is it now? The goat does keep taking my lives. I wonder if can I just walk around, or will he? I imagine if I just go down the hole, he'll get me.
The ladder rose out of the squarely dug hole.
But I think if I go up these stairs, it'll be fine. Seems okay. All right, let me know if that changes, because I remember this is the one where like 1 second the volume is fine, the next second the music will be in your ear. Oh yeah, no, I'm right. Oh hey, we died in a new place though. All right, so I guess we can only really go up these stairs for now. Oh, let's do that, and I imagine we'll get something to like. Oh no, that's where we came from. So I do have to find a way to... What the... Why is that blue? Is that the game saying we need something outside? Yeah, because I'm not sure how any of this will help. I imagine we need to get something to lure the goat away. Maybe... Oh, maybe some hay. Wait, what are these blue things? Like, they weren't there before. Is it because we died too many times? The game is like, here's where you go. I mean, thanks, game, but I did just start, so give me some credit. Oh, hey! He's in here now.
The farmer was drinking and chatting with his pals as if nothing had happened.
Yeah, as if his nephew had to get ran over.
Cattle raiding is their national pastime.
Oh yeah, his nephew did get abducted and ran over.
Hello.
Hello there. Let me introduce you to my pals.
We've already met. I want you to know you have my sympathy.
Oh, it's just terrible, awful.
It's the worst news I heard all day.
It's top the bad news all right for this week and the next.
The whole year.
It's worse than that. It's the worst disaster in living memory.
Isn't it the biggest calamity in the history of the village?
You technically only died once,
It's the biggest in
true.
the history of Ireland.
You most often do
I
that
did
to
get
mankind.
tossed in the river.
There's no beer.
What about Sean? Why aren't you out looking for him?
There's no point in launching an ill-equipped expedition to save the lad. In a life-or-death situation, preparation is essential. That's why I slipped in here.
For a point.
Is a glass of beer more important than a man's life?
Were you talking to me?
To all of you. Sean Fitzgerald is met with God knows what, and all you can do is drink.
Sean has gone for a ride in a flash car, that's all. Why don't you calm down? and
He was
enjoy this?
literally ran over.
Did I show you this nose?
Yes, you did.
Alright.
I gotta go.
Oh. I actually have to drink the beer?
The glass contained a dark liquid like molasses, with a creamy white froth on the top.
Do I need the beer glass?
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it.
Alright, what was the game? Because I'm curious as to why it wanted me to drink the beer. Oh, now the game isn't telling me what to do. Oh, that's great. Can't examine this table. Use the phone.
Allô? Couleur. J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George. Are you okay?
Yes, of course I am.
Well, take care. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, thanks for calling, George.
Yeah, thanks for
Any signs
calling,
of our friend
George.
clown?
You're kidding. You probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
Alright. Do I talk to the landlord?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I could talk to him and order beer.
Give me another beer, dude. Give everyone another beer. Let's party, guys.
Oh, we can
I
get
think
drunk.
You've had enough, don't you?
Hey, listen. Is it supposed to taste the way it does?
Goat Perline's stout is brewed from the finest chemicals in the world.
Oh, we got cut off.
Sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working.
Oh,
It's not my idea, is it?
it really isn't. Oh, electronics.
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvelous?
Are we actually an electrician?
Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pump.
That's
You had to
fair.
start on the glass washer.
Okay, so now we can get behind the counter.
And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Alright, guys. Let's hope we know how to be an electrician.
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Alright, well, first things first, we have to
It was an
unplug it
electrical plug attached to the glass
so we don't get
washer.
electrocuted. Safety first and all that. Oh,
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering.
that was just examining the plug. Guess it doesn't matter.
Seemed fine to me.
So it has to be the glass washer itself.
There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
I don't use a hand buzzer with it, right? No. Talk to this guy.
Well,
Well, what?
Are you going to fix this glass washer or not?
Must be the wiring. Hmm.
There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
I have to do something with it, I feel like. It's a shame I don't have electrician's tools.
There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
No. The good old process of elimination. I need actual tools, right?
It was an electric pump operated by pushing a small lever. I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last. The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it.
See, something with the wiring. I mean, there were the tools in Paris, but I don't think he's an electrician. No, it doesn't even have a wire.
Hello again.
We can get the wire from him? No.
I'll see you later.
Oh wait, wiring. Oh, duh. There's a wire box outside. I just remembered. It probably broke when the car hit it. Yeah, here we go.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position. The plastic cover had been smashed by the Pixie's car, revealing a switch.
So we need something that acts as a switch. Is the game saying I have to go in here and get something that acts as a switch? Huh. Do I talk to the innkeeper and tell him what's going on?
I'm still waiting for you to fix this glass washer.
Okay, keep your hair on.
Okay, he doesn't give a shit. Oh, I can't get the wire from this guy.
Oh, no, you don't.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hello again.
So I need to get the wire from that guy.
What?
Huh.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought. forget it.
How do I get him?
You can make use of this tissue.
Let's see.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
Tissues are unhygienic. I mean, I guess this one was found in a sewer, so it makes sense.
What does this red nose mean to you?
Nothing.
Take a look at this ID card.
I don't know anything about it.
Take a look at this ID card.
I don't know anything about it.
I'll see you later.
Do I have to time it so I take it as he's sneezing? Do I have to like walk away from him and then he'll be playing with the wire? Oh, okay.
Almost as if he'd sensed my intentions, the old derelict snatched the wire from the table.
How do I get him to... Does the hint system actually work? Oh. Oh, the story so far. George recognized the exhibit at a crude museum as an artifact of the Knights Templar manuscript, a tripod that came from a recent excavation at a village called Loch Marn. Excited to learn more, George traveled to Ireland to investigate further. An archaeologist called Professor Pegram had run the excavation at the nearby castle ruins. George decided to ask the locals for information. A boy, McGuire, saw Pegram's assistant, Sean Fitzgerald, get hit by a sports car driven by a leprechaun. The costume killer was here, and looking for the package Fitzgerald was holding. Alright. Fused. Yeah, okay, so we know it's the wire. But I don't know how to get the wire back from the guy. Will the game eventually help me? Oh, hey!
As soon as the old guy looked away,
It was a
grabbed this
timing
piece of
thing.
wire.
Oh, he just has an extra pair of wire. I don't feel bad for him at all. I was about to say, I'm like, oh man, we just stole an old man's piece of wire and he just has another one at the ready. Okay. So then we use the wire on this. Oh, apparently I can't use the wire on that?
It was a short piece of wire, twisted into a rough circle.
Do I have to interact with this?
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
But I have the wire. Well, let's wire and trapdoor? No. Wire. McGuire? Oh, wire and drain, maybe?
Hey, McGuire,
What do you want to know?
what do you think this wire could be used for?
Stealing cars. There's only one problem.
The local policeman?
No. Nobody in Loch Marn has got a car.
Okay, maybe I can use the wire on the drain. Or maybe I can use wire with something else in my inventory. Yeah. Wire and ID card.
Maybe not.
Wire and hand buzzer.
No.
Wire and matchbook.
Maybe not.
Tissue.
No.
Photograph? No.
Maybe not.
So we have do we have to cut it with something? The game is saying go back in here. So imagine I like cut it on something? Or do I just use it on the dishwasher? I think maybe I just use it on the dishwasher. Oh, on the plug? Is this how electricity works?
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything.
I can't believe
knew
that
about
worked.
Standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Okay, so now we can go into the back room. Excellent. Let's go.
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was gonna find anything down there was to feel around.
Oh, there's a lever.
My hand closed on a long metal rod. I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
That's how I go back up. The only thing I can interact with is the lever.
I pulled the lever and the bolt creaked back into place. I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Maybe I need to go up here. And then maybe something else changes. Alright, nothing up here. Maybe outside. Maybe it's one of those like metal door things. Because it says he heard the grating of metal, so something had to have happened. No. Trapdoor? Hey!
I lifted the trap door and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Oh! It's the killer!
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera.
Not the light
It was
opera.
calm. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What
Nope.
was that?
A man was involved in an...
Oh wow, geez, that sounds so
I didn't see
unfortunate.
What about the boy?
Well, he doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He is being taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
Oh, thank God McGuire shut his mouth. Can we talk to McGuire? Make sure he's like, okay.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Oh no, we can't talk to
later,
him.
kid.
Okay, mister.
Alright, guess we're going down the
The
trapdoor.
trap door gave access to the cellar of the bar.
Alrighty.
It wasn't my nerves that stopped me jumping. It was my damned legs. They wouldn't move.
Do I have to find a way down there? Do I have anything? No. I need something.
I took hold of the grating.
Do I need a ladder or something to cushion the fall? There's nothing up here but hay bales, so there's not like a ladder or anything. I don't think. Wasn't there something inside the walls though? Unless I'm mistaken. Oh, there's a ladder for this thing, but then the goat. Oh, fuck. The goat's gonna... Do I have to time it? No. Okay, I'm just dead. Hmm. Maybe there's something in the inn that'll help us? The game seems to be telling me to go this way. Yeah, in the inn. Hmm. Can we ask him for a ladder?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
No.
I don't want anything.
Just give me a shout when you do.
Is there a ladder down here? Oh! This is lit now. Excellent.
Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trapdoor.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, what's this?
It was Pilgrim's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. As I held it aloft, I realized the fascination it could command. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
McGuire, what are you doing here?
Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way.
You're
And
underage!
sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could. For sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
Alright,
There was a
excellent.
couple of paper sacks filled with trash.
Anything in the sacks of
I
trash?
searched the trash, but there was
No.
nothing useful there. It was an empty carton which had once contained caustic soda.
Alright, let's take a look around here.
The carton was damp and soggy. Useless. It was a calendar with a faded photograph of a prize-winning carp. It was a bunch of cleaning materials. I looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use. It was a rusty faucet. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored
That's
water.
gross.
I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
Alright, anything else in here? I don't think so. And nothing that can help with the beer. But I did get a flashlight and the gem. Alright, pause for a second to see what the game wants me to do. Does it want me to interact with the lever again? I thought it said it wanted me to interact with the lever, but what if, let's just try interacting with the lever.
I tried to pull the lever, but it wouldn't move with the trap door open.
Okay, maybe I have to go back up, close the trap door, and then I can pull, now that I have the flashlight, I can just pull the lever. Okay, we're cooking. Alright. Oh, but I can't interact with the trapdoor now. Can I use the flashlight on this? No. What about the gem with this?
The drain was covered with a grating.
Hmm. Let's see. Oh wait, now it wants me to... Do I shine the light in the goat's face or something? To like blind it? Are we gonna blind a goat? No. What about the gem? No. So I use it on something else then. Or do I time... Because the goat just eats, so I don't think it's a timing thing. But if I go here or there, it will just hit me and knock me out. Yep, okay, yeah. He won't just let me in there.
Hey, Billy. The goat responded with a cool and penetrating stare.
Okay, I have to go in there. It's confirmed, but I don't know... How do I get the goat? The goat is its own worst enemy. So like a reflection? Maybe the goat is its own worst enemy. What does it mean by the goat is his own worst enemy? You have all you need to restrain the beast. Timing is everything. What do you mean I have all I need to restrain the beast? Oh, have it fall down the hole? No. What does it mean by timing is everything? Catch is tether in the plow. So I have to go towards the plow then? So it'd have to be like over here-ish. It doesn't get close enough to the plow though. He just goes there. I didn't even move that time. Remy gets the stone steps and then quickly interact with the plow. What do you mean quickly interact with the plow? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know I can run like that. Oh. I didn't mean to skip that dialogue. Okay. Well, now we can go down here. Hopefully that's the last time I use all those hints. Oh, we got a cutscene?
It was
Statue?
a statue which had fallen from its place on the wall. 5 fingers of stone projected from the back of the carving. The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Let's see.
The bench had probably been used by Pegram and his archaeological team.
So this probably goes up here. I have to lift it somehow.
The sack contained a fine white powder. As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was.
Is it chalk?
Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in
Plaster?
kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints. The only object on the table which interested me was a
Do I make a
small
plaster
sack.
of this thing?
Behind the altar was a carved panel decorated with animals, birds, and plants. I tried in vain to move the panel. There was a pattern of 5 holes arranged on the wall. They'd been drilled there deliberately.
Deliberately.
I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened.
Oh, not the fingies. Plaster on the statue? Oh, I see what I need to
swung
do.
the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes
What's
in
happening?
the sand.
Hi, Tonks. We're playing Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templar Reforged. Basically, I'm trying to get into this tomb over here because it somehow has to do with a murder in Paris, even though we're now in Ireland.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled.
Alright, and then now I put the statue down, I imagine. Oh, no, I don't.
I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement.
Now I use the statue? No. Do I get the plaster out?
I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement.
Lots of Doom Exploration games on this channel. Yeah, it's not always like this, but it's been a lot of that lately. Down for it. Yeah, we were saying last stream when we started this game, it's like, man, this game is like so like basically cartoon Indiana Jones accidentally.
The patch of sand where the statue had fallen was covered with a dense sprinkling of plaster.
Do I keep interacting with it?
I smoothed the plaster level with the sand.
I don't think so, because it just... Have you played Uncharted? No, I have not. Favorite single player franchise? I've heard of it, but I haven't played it. Flashlight on here? No. How does plaster work? It has to dry for a bit, right? And then you lift it up. No. Let's see. Oh, the game wants me to go outside? Maybe I need to get something. then probably go out here. What we need for plaster? I don't know. Anyone know how plaster works? Oh, I have to go in the bar, apparently. Do I have to get a glass of water from the sink? Oh no. I have to get this thing apparently.
The man's arm lay across the towel. Hey,
Make holes in it
Look
very
there again,
easily.
mister. Oh, nothing really. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I don't want anything.
Just give me a shout when you do.
Oh, I was right. So I need something to put the water in though.
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
I was right. You have to wet the plaster. But I need something to put the water in. Could I just get like a glass from behind the counter? No. Oh, glass washer. I probably get it from the glass washer.
Touching the glass washer would have been like putting my hand in a blender.
I unplug it?
I looked at the plug I'd fixed and felt a glow of pride. All my own work.
Alright.
I looked at the...
So...
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
I have to get Doyle away from the cloth, apparently.
Hey! Hello there again, mister. What do you think of this flashlight?
It's not very bright, is it?
I could say the same about some of the present company. That's true.
Don't let him hear you. Keep it under your hat, mister.
That flashlight, like your brain does, is not switched on.
I don't think he heard me.
What about the gem?
Hey! Hello there again, mister. Do you recognize this gem?
Saints be praised. It must be worth a fortune.
Maybe it is. Have you seen it before? It's the one which Pegram took from the dig.
Oh. How come you've got it now?
He left it behind. I'm looking after it.
Oh.
You could take that to Dublin and sell it.
Oh, is that another timing thing? I have to like time it for when he like raises the... I think I do have to time it.
The man's arm lay... As the man
There we
raised his
go.
arm to drink, I snatched the towel away.
So now I have to do something with this towel. Oh, I probably put the towel in the water. And I take that back to a little tomb area. Wet the plaster with it.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water. I shut off the faucet.
Alrighty. We're cooking now, chat. We're cooking. We're cooking. It's all coming together. Yeah, I was like wondering because I'm like, I'm pretty sure you have to wet plaster in order to like work with it, or else it's just like a powder. Yeah, can I do? You know, let me, because there's like a hint thing, right? Let me turn that down. Gameplay. Let's do 5 minutes, sure. Oh. Okay, and then up. The goat's still stuck. We go down the hole. I wonder if this goat was here during the excavation. Because that'd be wild. Okay, and then I go into inventory. Bar towel on the plaster.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Now can I get the plaster out? Ah, hell
I
yeah.
used the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
Oh yeah, perfect copy, alright. And then I use it on the holes here.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
Oh shit, we got a secret passageway. Well, let's look at the darkness
A flight
first.
of stairs led down into darkness.
Alright, let's go. Man, this really is Indiana Jones, huh? Ooh, cutscene? I love the style of these cutscenes. Like the art style. Back in Nico's apartment. We just got to a tomb. What do you mean back in Nico's apartment?
So,
Oh.
where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep?
We
at
just
all?
walked into a tomb and then they're like back
I
in
had to share
Paris.
the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead,
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
without a trace. But
I was hoping
my
I
visit
explored the
wasn't a
tomb.
complete waste of time.
Pigram's gem?
How do we get that through airport security?
Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
I've been reading about Pigram in this magazine.
The media got its claws on him.
Yeah, if I was his agent, I'd get him to lose the pipe.
That dig must have been pretty important to him. He resigned his chair
Oh.
at Durham University to go to Ireland. And now he's disappeared.
It was a different time, but so true. Apparently you can get like a priceless relic
See what
past
you can
airport
find
security,
out about
no
Professor
problem.
Pegram.
I'll speak to the university. What are your plans?
What are my
I
plans?
want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man. What do you know about Professor Pegram?
I've seen a television program, Pigram's Past. He's written a book, The Crusader Families of Ireland.
Let's take another look at the man.
Oh, I don't want to look at the manuscript again. I forgot. Alright.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobineau at the Kron Museum.
Oh yeah, maybe we should go back to the museum.
Also has heard anything.
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Alrighty. So Rosso and then the museum. are the two places we need to go. Let's go to the police department first, talk to Rosso, see if he knows anything. Oh, we have the drain key back. Police station. Let's talk to him.
Excuse me.
Let's see if the sergeant knows
want
anything
now?
before we talk to him.
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
I think that's a different kind of mole.
Maybe not. Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Thank you, Moo.
He's really taking his sweet time, huh?
What now, monsieur?
Do you know a pair of thugs called Flap and Guido?
I have known those two since they graduated from special school.
Special school.
Flap is a nasty piece of work. But Guido is the real brains of the partnership. Where did you hear of them?
I met them out front of the Hotel Ubu. What do you make of this, Inspector?
Astounding. Where did you come by a stone like that?
I was given it by a man in a bar in Ireland. Do you recognize the gem?
It is unfamiliar to me. If such a jewel had been stolen, I would know it for sure.
What do you make of this white powder, Rosso?
It is plaster.
Say, you're good.
You're good.
Ever heard of a guy called Marquet? Jacques Marquet?
Marquet. I know the name well. He has a record for suspected blackmail,
Oh, hold up.
kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
An all-rounder, huh? How come he's on the loose?
His bravado is his attorney.
Alright, sorry about that. I've got food.
Have you heard of Professor Pegram?
I shall be eating as gaming.
Molly Pegram, the second son of Lord Barclay Pegram.
Well, I don't know.
You're
I only read about him in magazines.
you're instilling violence while I'm eating my food?
Of rehabilitation. What has he done this time?
He made an important archaeological find in Ireland. Do you know Pegram well?
I have connections with the family, but I wouldn't say I knew him at all.
Is his name really Molly?
Of course not. That was the nickname he was given at school. All his friends and acquaintances know him as Molly.
So long, Inspector.
Alright. So now we go to the museum. See, that professor guy came back while we were in Ireland. Oh, we can go to the hospital now. Well, let's go to the museum first. Oh, there's a person here. Alright, hold on. Sorry. Real quick, guys. I'll be back in like just a second. I'm not gonna roll the eyes because I'll be quick. Alright, sorry about that. Now I'm good. Alright, I wanna know who the guy is.
He was a thin-faced, pallid guy with a questionable taste in outlandish clothes. My mother used to dress like that.
Huh. Go talk to him. Watch him be the professor guy.
I beg your pardon. Are you André Lobineau?
That's me. You want
Ha!
the autograph?
I called it.
I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
Ooh.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
Hmm.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
Good man.
Male friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination, but I noticed a
Oh.
look in his eye. Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned.
Oh,
big
good
fat
call,
boot.
Sobar, not giving the address.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez. How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe.
Oh,
in
shit.
fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Damn. If
Is
you
it
want to
true
get
the
rich,
treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
find the Knights Templar.
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained a mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure, it was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
Oh shit.
That explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Lochmarn! That's where Pegram was digging.
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't.
Well, thank you for the follow.
this?
Appreciate it.
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. I'm
Second
meeting.
week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was. Just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud. Thanks for your help.
Oh, I didn't mean to back
You're
out.
welcome.
I still have to talk to him about stuff.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin. But there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
Sorry, talk about Nico again.
Friend who has the manuscript?
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
Oh no, we have to warn Nico.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Ah, fuck. I didn't think it would give out the address. Alright, go warn Nico. She probably needs to call the cops.
Hi, Nico.
What are you sounding so chipper about?
I'm full of the joys of the fall.
I can't imagine why.
Because Sergeant Moo has given me another lead. The guy who was supposed to collect the gem, Jacques Marquet,
You found him.
he's in a hospital here in Paris. I guess that was the killer's doing, to stop him meeting Pegram.
Maybe. Are you going to try to talk to Marquet?
What have I got to lose?
Plenty.
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for the downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel. Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure André will tell you all about him.
Oh, speaking of Andre, he's coming and it's a creep.
See you soon.
Yeah. See you.
Why did you say it like that? Anyway, let's just go to the hospital. Talk to the guy. Marquet. Alright. Hospital. Just be like, yeah, I'm his
Old
son.
building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions look like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint. There was no sign of the crew of the ambulance.
Are we gonna steal from an ambulance? Because that'd be sick.
I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
I mean, that makes sense.
The woman managed to look overworked and hassled.
though she didn't appear to be doing anything. The young man's face was full of eagerness and enthusiasm. I figured he was fresh from college.
Alright, let's see if we can get in.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Let's go through everything.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American...
Long lost.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not. So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time.
Interesting, interesting. The ID?
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
Oh, it works!
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on ward...
I love this ID card.
Call.
B12.
Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh dear. He's on ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
Grendel?
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm call. 6:10, bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
That's a fair
She's like
point.
part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No. I mean there's not a man in this clinic who haven't sprawled out.
Oh.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J.
That sounds about con.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Alright, that's fair.
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Don't be fresh, young man.
Oh, don't be fresh.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Alright, I don't remember any of those instructions, so we're gonna make it up as we go.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow. He looked blissfully happy, for no apparent reason.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
The deal.
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah. End of the corridor, Ward J2.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the quarters?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
Good for you.
Must be a great comfort.
He is.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
Yeah, that's a good
I
question.
asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny.
I can just unplug it right
You
here.
think it's odd, don't you?
No,
I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly full through.
whatever you've got with this metal knotfoot is probably a fine and noble thing.
It is. Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
At least he's self-aware.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Can I unplug this? Oh my god, I can unplug it.
The connector in the socket supplied electricity to the polishing machine. As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Can I do anything? It's not letting me move. Oh, he's just gonna plug it back in then.
Maybe the face of the unaccountably happy domestic had made me unduly suspicious. I mean, I knew it was only my imagination, but the water tasted, well, peculiar.
What about the door?
The door didn't have a sign or label or any kind of identification.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Oh, hold on. So I unplug it and I have to go to the door and let myself in.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket,
Not again. This is not a good day.
No, not Mr. Shiny. When can I go in the store? Is it after he plugs it back in? Hey! Oh my god, we're a doctor now!
Dr. Stobart at your service.
What about over here? A few minutes later. Oh, we're just lost. Okay. So now people are gonna think we're a doctor. Okay, that's not the right way. It said to take a right. This is the only right you can go. I think it was like right, right, left. Oh, where are we? Hello. Oh, we go through there. Wait, what's up with us only buttoning one button? And like at the crotch? Yeah, like this is buttoned so weirdly.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, Doctor.
Oh god, of all the things we pretended to be.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Oh my god, we're pretending to be a doctor? Isn't this like unethical?
Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a
It's also highly, yeah, extremely illegal.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts.
I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think. 2 seconds every minute? Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney.
Listen to your bedside manner.
Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
Can you ask about him?
Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
That's a good question.
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in
Might be
hospital.
peeking.
You feel
Oh, okay,
like
hold
the
on.
rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Okay, what about
Thanks for
now?
those
Am I
comforting
good?
words.
Can you hear me over the game?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nah, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
One of your colleagues?
Oh my
No.
god.
He really is a murderer.
I've never seen him before.
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy.
Sick guy, he's blinking.
Well, goodbye.
About even with the game?
and good luck.
Okay,
Thanks, Doc.
what about now? Testing, testing, testing.
The graph shows a steady
Testing.
decline in his pulse rate and an increase in his blood pressure. It kind of shook me to see this guy's life reduced to a few jagged lines.
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, excellent.
The poor guy's temperature had been up and down like a white knuckle ride. No wonder he looked so sick.
Just looks at the page and just shrugs like, I don't know.
His temperature was normal, with little fluctuation either way.
Are you also gonna be a patient that I just shrug
Hello?
with?
Anybody home? Who are you? My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it.
You better believe it.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man at the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
It's too early to say.
See you later.
Hold on. Can I do this?
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
See you later.
Alright. Can I go to the private room now?
Doctor,
Oh.
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
Oh my god. You wouldn't let me take your blood pressure before. You're like, why are you taking my blood pressure? Now you're like, oh, you haven't taken my blood pressure yet. Like, what do you want, guy?
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Okay, now can I go?
Oh, Doctor,
What now?
you didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
This guy.
Okay, let's try again.
You seem to return to the same volume? Oh, hold
You
on.
don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll
What about
confess
this?
You've recovered your manners.
Alright, maybe I'll talk to Grendel.
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma
Testing,
for the last
testing.
3 months.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a uniform.
I don't feel in my
His
ears.
current
Alright.
condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown
Oh,
again.
oh,
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good.
what the fuck is up with the volume?
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
That is a good
Wish to know
question.
more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
She's like, man, it's odd that you don't know how to take a patient's blood pressure.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hmm.
According to the chart, this guy was called Croquet.
So I can't go to the private room because this guy will
Hi,
keep bugging
me
me.
again. I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy. See you later.
Do I have to like drug him or something? Hmm. Maybe I have to get another doctor? To be like, hey, take this guy's blood pressure. But he gave a specific doctor, right? So maybe I have to get that specific doctor to do it. Try this guy.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Aha! Just the man. You must be the new boy.
Yes.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bunny, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet
Nice
you,
recovery.
sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no, an honor, to look after your nephew, sir.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
How's that?
Yeah, a real
Show
doctor.
him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Sure.
Look what Nurse Grendel gave me, sir.
Ah, yes, very good. I'm glad to see you're carrying it with you. It reassures the public to see the medical professional using traditional archaic tools.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Can we shock him?
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between
God
my
damn.
staff.
So long, Hagenmeyer.
Alright, so do we have to get the nephew to do it? Alright.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk.
Is that what we... Don't we want him to have rest?
Hi, it's me again.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
Really? He's a dead ringer for my bank manager. Of course, Mr. Soames hasn't got a scar, and he doesn't come from the Middle East. His hair's a lot grayer, too. Otherwise, it's just like him.
Remarkable.
Hmm.
See you later.
Alright, I think we have to try to go to the private ward and then he'll stop us.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
It's not like that. I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Well, maybe
Hey,
we
Benoit.
maybe we can get him to take his blood pressure.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
And sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first
It's
visit.
first
I
day.
can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean to get my hands dirty with the nails.
You should just stop
Shut up,
talking.
Benoit.
Yeah. Just stop talking.
Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
Oh.
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something. Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
Primed and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
This guy.
Use it on Eric Saltmarsh.
Okay.
Now can I... Excellent.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, doctor.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
Tatty old bear.
How was the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a
But
bear.
that's a costume, my
Don't you
guy.
think it's possible that the bear was a man in disguise?
Well, obviously, I'm not completely stupid. But who would go to
What?
the bother of disguising himself
Oh my
as a
god. The
bear?
pause he took before
It's
he
not as if
answered.
It blend in with the surroundings. I checked with base to see if any bears had been reported missing from the
Oh
zoo
my
or a
God.
traveling circus. They told me to sit tight until reinforcements arrive.
Oh my
I
god.
guess they're right. I'd be stupid to tackle a bear single-handed.
They're like, sit tight, buddy.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, Doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you.
What's up with them?
He has anthrax.
Not anthrax.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
Oh my
The
god.
white coat suits you.
Ha!
Thanks. Can you think of any sensible use for this plaster?
Sensible? No. Puerile? Yes. But you've probably thought of those already.
Catch you later, officer.
Or
Oh,
what?
I want to see if the hand buzzer will work.
Hello again.
Bonjour.
Would you like to shake hands?
What for?
As a gesture of goodwill.
On reflection? No.
God damn it. No one's gonna shake my
Catch you
hand.
later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc. Rather you than me, pal.
Alright. See the man with anthrax. Oh. Does anthrax leave a visible wound?
Marquet's slim hold on life was being measured, monitored, and maintained by the machinery on the rack. The machine was far too complex for me to understand.
A medical chart.
Another graph, another life. On the top of the chart was his name, Jacques Marquet. I didn't need to be a doctor to read the graphs. Marquet was dying.
Oof.
The bottles were full of liquid, with a little trail of bubbles rising to the surface. I figured Marquet's life depended on those bottles, so I decided...
Yeah,
not to
that's a good
disturb him.
plan. You don't want to be the one in charge of homicide.
Marquet was either peacefully sleeping or placidly dead. Rousing him in the latter case would take a miracle. Marquet?
Yes. I am Marquet.
I thought he was gonna be dead.
Expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lamar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one.
We're really staying on this man's deathbed, huh?
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grand Master. Quickly tell him that I found the tripod right here in
The tripod.
You have it?
Not yet, but it's been taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges.
He hired the Stooges.
Flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
We've met. What about the Hashashin?
Is more likely to have followed Hausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of this sword.
And that's bad, is it?
As for Klausner, he is gone off
Oh god, are we gonna go to Syria?
on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the... That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Oh boy, are we going to another country?
Oh, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
Is Marquet dying?
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Wait, is the doctor sent to kill him?
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter. The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
Come on, officer! Get in there! He left the window. It was a Hashashin! Back in it, just hard cut back to Nico's apartment.
Found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
Oh my god. Yeah, hard cut back. Yeah, we did just see a man die, but hard cut back to the apartment.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
That's fair.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again.
Yeah, gee, I wonder who would pretend to be a doctor.
Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
Hmm.
Can you think of any use for this?
That's a thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it? What are you doing with that?
I picked it up in the hospital. It could be useful.
You ought to take it back. Don't you feel guilty?
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. That's the tripod in the Crew Museum. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
I wonder, do I just go to Syria now?
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rousseau or Sergeant Moo? Or were you referring to Andre?
I'll let you work it out.
Alright. Let's go talk to Andre, because he seemed to be, like, the most weirdo. If it's not him, Montfaucon. Oh, that's a new place. Well, let's talk to Andre first and see what's up.
Left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
NSA? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
Don't
Honored.
believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But
Ooh.
on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror, such as I have never seen before.
Scary. Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
Just like Night at the Museum. No one died at Night at the Museum, though.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, it's the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of...
I feel like someone would have. Yeah, but I don't think they did.
That tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its...
I mean, I guess there's some logic to that.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that.
Yeah, get a better education.
If I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history.
Sure, buddy.
At your age? Dream on. Thanks for your help.
Someone did die, the caveman. He wasn't like an actual human, though. It was a part of the exhibit.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund. The trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
If the Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V.
a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Cremont to get it.
Damn.
So what was Philippe's plan? What happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th.
Not Friday the
The
13th.
origin of our superstition regarding that date.
Oh shit.
At dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
What happened to the Templars after their arrest?
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
That must have given their lawyers some headaches.
Whether or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity. Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars. Literally.
They were set on
They
fire.
were found guilty of heresy and flame grilled.
Oh shit.
They died protesting their innocence.
But surely Philippe had no proof of his charges against the Templars.
A man will admit anything under torture. The Inquisition fabricated some nonsensical demon called Baphomet, and then suggested to their victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet burnt off. Fragments of flesh and charred bone falling from the stumps. What would you not admit to stop such torment?
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Not a shred. Almost every victim described the idol differently. No, Baphomet never existed outside the sick minds of the Inquisitors.
So Philippe stole the Templars' riches, huh?
Oh no, they weren't stupid. The king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure, and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set.
They hid it away.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point. Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language. Assassini. The assassins.
Oh shit. The more you know.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams.
Damn.
He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
Yeah.
I haven't
Where
finished
is
the
this?
story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, As I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Alrighty. Let's pop over to the police station and then we'll go to that new location. Hey Sergeant, how's it going?
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
He seems so happy to see me.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin, Sergeant?
What was that?
The cult of the assassins.
What are you trying to say, Stobart?
That the clown is a member of that cult.
I see. And what proof do you have?
Proof? I arrived at my conclusion through logical deduction, and...
Pseudo-intellectual people. Leave the investigation of crime to those who know best.
I mean, to be fair, it does sound crazy, like a clown is part of a cult of assassins.
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
Alright, they're gonna take their sweet time going about.
It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Thank you, Moo.
I wonder if he'll be able to tell us more.
What now, monsieur?
Oh, yeah, it's about the Templars.
Templar?
Les Templiers. But of course, monsieur, their fame is widespread throughout France. We haven't forgotten them.
The second last person you expect is a clown? True.
The King of France who persecuted them, though.
Indeed.
That shook his cool. Underneath his cultured facade, the man was real twitchy. You're obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were men of great honor, monsieur. The flower of chivalry.
Not everyone would share your views, Inspector.
Not everyone shares my passion for Bartok.
But if the Templars were as honorable as...
That's enough. I do not wish to hear your uninformed opinions, Stobart.
Why'd you get so wound up about the Knights Templar? They've been dead for centuries. I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Maybe his ancestors were Templars. Whatever. I saw the anger flare in his eyes like a distant summer thunderstorm.
No, he's gonna be dead.
The first true internationalists. 800 years on, and still the world is fragmented by nationalistic flag-waving fools. You will excuse me.
Oh, we got a mangy. Alright. Let's go to the new location then. Montfaucon. Oh, hello guy, what's up?
I once read a list of low-stress jobs. It didn't include police work. Obviously, this guy hadn't read the same list. Excuse me, officer.
And how may I help you?
Oh, he's a little, he's had a bit too many, huh?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Don't you need to do your job?
I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
An excellent question, monsieur.
Would you like to shake? I stopped myself barely in time. Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd
He
rebuild
is
the
crunk.
Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key. What do you think of this?
A blood pressure sleeve.
Don't you want to know why I'm carrying it?
No, that would be dangerously similar to making inquiries. I might get a reputation for taking my job seriously.
I'll ask about this guy.
Have you seen this man before?
No, who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh,
Is that all you can say?
oh. I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac, but it didn't seem polite.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Take a look.
Architectural echo of the gallows that once used to stand here.
Look at the sign. Oh, there's a manhole cover. I saw the manhole key.
Fixed to the wall was a sign in 3 languages. In French, English, and German it read, "In 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the knightly order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine." An ornate fountain stood in one corner of the square. I'd have to come by here in the summer to see it working. There was no water to frolic about in, and the leaf mold that was collecting there just wasn't the same somehow.
Somehow. Ooh. Take a look around here. I know the game wants me to go outside, but I don't want to. I want to look around.
A knight's tomb, his effigy in marble lying in perpetual state, waiting in prayer for the judgment day. A knight there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world, I guess. A stone knight lay on the church floor. Just think, there's a dead guy under there.
Interesting.
The second stone knight in a row of 4 lay on the church floor. I was surprised Philippe le Bel had left this place alone. A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. If the statue had any secrets, it was concealing them pretty well. A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. Per disciplinum meum lux videbis.
Oh?
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
I feel like it's going to be important.
Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess. A huge stained glass window formed a magnificent centerpiece for its neighbors. I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
Oh, hey, same. I tried Sunday school, but I was like, nah.
Full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work. A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
Same. Hey! We're all just a bunch of Sunday school dropouts, huh?
A row of old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies.
Oh my god.
The flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies. Whoa!
Oh my god, my
I
guy.
didn't have time to sit around.
Alright. Let's go. I'm pretty certain I have to go in the sewers. Alright, man, glad we kept this.
Hey, you! What do you think you're doing?
Just chilling.
Leave that hammer alone!
Oh, now he gives a shit about his job.
Sorry, no harm intended.
You stay away from that.
Can I go to the police station and, like, report that that guy is, like, wasted?
A typically Parisian sidewalk cafe. Last time I visited one of those, it blew up. I decided I was happy enough right where I was.
Let's try to report him to his superiors. Okay, wants me to go outside.
Excuse me,
What do you want now?
is Roth...
Yes?
A shame I can't skip past him walking. I have to, like, wait for this.
What now?
Oh no, I can't talk about anything.
I'm sorry.
Alright. Do I have to go to the airport and go to Syria? It'd be wild if I had to go to Syria. Okay, no. We're still in Paris. We can go to the cafe. Oh, the game wants me to... let's try Rougerie. No. It has to be the museum. Okay, the game does want me to go to the museum.
Pardon me?
Oui, monsieur?
Forget it.
Can I just interact with the tripod?
Now, what did I tell you about touching the exhibits?
Was it you can touch all you want so long as your hands are clean?
Not quite, monsieur. It was do not touch, not ever!
Oh yeah, that was it.
Alright, let's try talking. I have to talk to the security guard?
Andre?
Hello, Georgie.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
Yo,
Alright, let's try
Pardon me.
talking to the guard.
Oui, monsieur?
The gem?
I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
and the right qualifications. A military manner. Squeaky shoes. And an irrational hatred of children.
Does this white powder mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Does this apparatus mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
I showed you my tool, didn't
His
I?
tool?
Oui, monsieur.
Most impressive.
I wonder if the game didn't mean
Thanks
talk
for your
to
help.
him. Use the handle.
The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened. High above me was a window. The window was wide open. A real macho guy would have plunged straight into the spiky, scratchy bushes. Not me.
Oh, maybe I distract him with the window and then I go for the tripod? Because, right, doesn't he want to keep it closed all the time?
No, monsieur. No, et no. Okay, okay.
Hello, game?
No, monsieur. Okay, okay.
Hmm. Do I have to steal the tripod before they do? Hmm. Oh my god, I have 4.5 minutes. No, it's not distracting with the window.
No, monsieur.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
Let's do this. Hmm. So we do that, that gets the guard over there. But past that, it won't let me near the tripod. Hmm.
The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript.
Okay, so open the window. He goes over to close it. Maybe I need to distract him from something else?
There was nothing in the urn.
Maybe it has to be a specific timing thing?
Don't open it. Remember, the burning cattle. Don't open.
Now he won't even let me open it. With other yeah, no shit, I can't get with other people around. Hmm.
I tried to raise the glass cover of the case, but it didn't budge.
Don't open it.
Wait, there's a hint thing already? Huh. Oh, I can find a place to hide. Oh, I can hide in the sarcophagus. I wonder if that's why I need to distract him. Oh.
Don't even think of climbing in there, monsieur. You'll be suffocated.
I always wondered how it felt to be a mummy.
Okay. I think I know what to do now. I think I need to distract him with that and then rush over to hide in the sarcophagus. Hey, here we go. What the? What do you mean, what the? And then we wait for the museum to close.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Man, it's crazy they don't have night guards. Hours pass. There he is.
Hey, Guido! Look at that!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight. What the? Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Hey, I got it. Oh, we're unconscious. Catwoman. Back in Nika's apartment.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
Why do I have a feeling that burglar's
The
Nico?
whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
Oh, it's blasting again?
He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
Oh, what about now? She was the burglar.
You who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't suck, Georges, please.
Oh,
I'm still a bit loud. Hold on.
and don't call me George.
What about this?
Oh, I really thought you'd be
Is this good?
pleased. After all, we've got the tripod.
Nico, you literally just stole from a museum.
Try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so.
Better yes. Okay, good. Someday
Nothing
this will be
happened.
consistent.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was
Again?
over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the Knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bears that crest.
I sure hope so. Lobineau explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh, boy.
Alright, let's
I
go
have to go.
to the museum.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Damn, I can't believe Nico just casually just popped into the museum and was like, I'm just gonna steal this real quick. And just left us to answer to the cops. She didn't like get us out of there or anything. Alright, let's talk to Lobano. Actually, let's talk to the security guard, because it just got stolen, right?
Oui, monsieur? Oh, it's you. Well, what do you want now? You're not going to try to hide in that closet again, are you?
I hear your tripod was stolen.
Nothing travels faster than bad news. It is true. It happened last night. I always said that alarm was no good.
You said it was state of the art, though.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Pari. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of
Oh, it's the
that
same
little
dialogue.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Alright, let's talk to Lobano.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
What's with the long face?
Haven't you heard? The tripod was stolen.
No kidding.
I just don't get it. So many other treasures, and the thieves choose the tripod.
A modern-day alchemist, perhaps?
Who knows? There's no shortage of crazies in Paris.
Yeah, you're talking to one of them.
Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you refer.
Yeah, I really hope you're referring to a manuscript.
Oui, of course.
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know.
You don't
It
know?
was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries.
I guess that makes
Ever since
sense.
Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Do you think the manuscript could be the map to the Templar treasure?
Frankly, no. That's too far-fetched. The manuscript is interesting enough and a rare find, but that's all.
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a map, though? The treasure of the Knights Templar.
A romantic notion, Georgie, but extremely improbable.
So it is.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
So, are we going to Spain now, or do we have to do stuff here? I never know when the game's like, hey, you gotta go on a plane. Oh, we are going to Spain. We're just casually dropping by Spain. No big deal.
Down the long, dusty driveway was a road along which a bus traveled maybe twice a day. I knew because I'd arrived on one. And no way was I leaving until I'd got something concrete to show Nico.
Let's talk to Gardner.
There was a crotchety old guy watering the lawn. If this garden was all his own work, he was more capable than he looked.
Hi, is this the De Vasconcelos house?
So we just went to Spain to some random family's house.
Oh, I could tell the old coot was gonna be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the de Vasconcellos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
Damn.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why?
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcellos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah. That's it. The Countess has won the lottery, and I'm here to give her the check.
Marvelous. May I see it?
No. I mean, no, I have to deliver it to her in person.
The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
Oh, for crying out loud, why'd you lead me on then?
To amuse myself. To make you look a fool. To make you go away.
What do you think of this tripod?
I think nothing of it.
What do you make of this?
So that's it. You're a salesman.
If I was hawking medical supplies, I can think of better places to hawk them. Have you got any use for a fistful of plaster?
No.
See this gem? Men have died for it.
So I look as if I care.
This lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
I don't smoke.
Would you like to shake hands?
I do not think so, senor.
Do you recognize this man?
No.
Look at this tissue.
It's a tissue with some greasy mark on it.
Yes, that's right.
Hmm.
I don't suppose this red nose means anything to you, does it?
Ah! El Flojo!
Floco.
El who?
El Flojo! He is a clown on state television.
Oh, is he any good?
He is as funny as scabies. Without the laughs.
And this.
Do you know what this is?
See, I have a similar tool for opening culverts on the estate.
Okay. Well, I'll see you around.
Adios.
Alright, can I try to get into the Countess? Oh, the door's open. Probably just walk inside. Probably not that secure.
Hey, you.
Yeah, what is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
I wonder if I do something with the hose he's using.
The hose ran from some sort of utility room all the way to the lawn.
I distract him with the hose and then I go inside.
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
Maybe use a blood pressure cuff on it? To tighten it? Am I cooking? Oh, I might be cooking.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do
No.
with it? See, you.
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house.
Yes, sir.
If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
Yes, sir. Alright, chat, we're going in the house. Go upstairs.
Hey, you on the stairs.
Oops.
I know this doesn't look good, but
Look, senor, all I want is a quiet life. A life without mad, house-breaking foreigners in it. Understand?
Look, I just wanted to, use the bathroom.
Leave now, please.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, damn. Okay, what if I go into the other one? I don't go the stairs. I go this way. This is closer. And I wait for him to walk by, and I can just go up the stairs. Oh, those are the dogs. Can I hide behind the suit of armor?
I hid behind the armor and waited for developments.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Wait, that worked? Okay, now I can go up the stairs, I think. Oh my god, I'm a genius.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
I mean, it makes
Please, if
sense.
you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, senor.
We did just trespass
There's
into
been
her
a series of
home.
murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they've planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
That's a
Just
fair
let me have a
question.
look around. If I find nothing,
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
Oh, she seems pretty chill.
thank you. I know your family's involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Its
Oof.
value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I have never seen him before in my life. Who is he?
I've got a couple of names for him, but they're probably false. He's the killer.
No, his face is utterly unfamiliar.
Good. At least he hasn't been here. Yet. Do you know what this is?
No, It looks very practical, though.
Just going through everything.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Oh dear. El Flojo.
That would be the TV clown, yeah?
Clown in all important aspects. Apart from the one about being funny.
Hmm.
Does this red nose...
No.
That would...
Clown.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Does
Where
those
is
mean
this
anything?
line of
I don't know.
questioning going?
Nowhere helpful.
Alright.
Would you like to shake hands?
A formal bow will suffice.
No.
Alright, let's just talk about the chess.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks.
Oh my god, I've been beamed!
Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
Oh, the gardener's
I
pissed.
have to warn you, there's a... You! Why, I feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruder to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobart, if I find that you are wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show you something interesting. Follow me.
No.
Lopez, unlock the door, por favor.
I'm surprised she never got with
This is the
Lopez.
only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
Oh.
Come with me.
Hey, senor.
Yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
I mean, fair. Oh, I can move around.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer.
Oh, that's nice.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
Alrighty.
The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble. I wasn't about to start heaving at sarcophagus lids with the Countess standing there. It was a rod with a cone and a hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier. High up in the dome were windows. I guessed they might open them to make it less stuffy in there.
Don't disturb the dead. I'm not gonna disturb the dead this time.
I couldn't climb up there without breaking something. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. It was too delicate to move. In front of the shrine was a lectern with a Bible on it. On removing the Bible, I found a pattern.
A
on the
chess
lectern top.
pattern.
Hey, it's a checkerboard.
Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. Some of the squares had little jagged holes in the middle.
The chess pieces.
The lectern top had a pattern of glass squares on it. Close up, over some of the... May I ask you something?
You may ask.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern. Purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart. You cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it? Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobart. The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the Order. You must be very proud.
Not 5. 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the de Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Okay, well, I'll leave it for now. You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary. Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ain't
Isn't
here.
one of the pieces missing? It is good to say you're very excited.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hoe down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes! The old chess set! Oh, damn the game! Now, hurry!
Forget about the game.
This is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos. Is he the guy who went missing?
But he had reckoned without the local bishop. The bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Well, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
Oh.
Ah, Lopez, you have the pieces.
See, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady.
Hopefully-
My lady seems to trust
Hopefully we
you.
don't need that
But you
final
don't.
chess piece.
No, senor.
I mean, we have plaster.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Oh. I have to move them around. No, that's a... Can I not move any of the red pieces? I can only move... Wait. No. Knight, bishop, king. How are you supposed to... Oh. I totally knew that.
Senor Stobart, look.
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
I'm sure. This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure. The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
Aw, she seems so happy. I'm so happy she's happy. Oh, and hard cut back to Nico's apartment.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy
Have
as
a good
she is.
lurk,
Haven't
Zion.
you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will. This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
Hard cut yet again. I love the hard cut.
After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and
Hey,
that
yo,
Countess.
Nico.
Serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother. I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Do I go back to the museum and talk about the chalice? I feel like that's the next step. Go to the museum and talk to the guy about the chalice. But that was a quick time in Spain. Shorter than our time in Ireland for sure.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
What do you make of this cup, Andre?
It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably.
You sure know your onions. Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
Yeah, you mean?
Does this old cup mean anything to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Thanks for your help.
What if I go back to that arch place? Maybe the cop isn't there anymore. I can open up the manhole cover. Oh, there's even more people here.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Hey, you with the balls.
Oui,
How did you learn to be a juggler?
juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
Oh, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contra-gravity aerobatic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank
The
God.
jongleur? No, the jongleur.
Throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
The smug look on his face.
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not. What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, the last Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Does this chalice mean anything to you?
It is very badly designed. I would not wish to drink from such a vessel.
You're not gonna get the chance, Buster. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
What happens if I just use the manhole cover thing? Will anyone care?
Hey, leave that.
Oh no, the cop will still care.
Sorry, no.
You.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So, he is amusing. The traffic isn't. If he wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well.
So you're not gonna do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you gonna do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration? What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
What does this chalice suggest to you?
Wine.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
Do we have to go to the police station? and be like, yo, there's this juggler just standing there.
Excuse me.
Stobart! I did not expect to see you so soon after that unfortunate business at...
Oh, yeah.
Inspector Rosso was completely satisfied with my explanation.
Ah, yes. You were accidentally trapped in an Egyptian sarcophagus.
It could happen to anyone.
Indeed. As could being knocked unconscious by a wooden hammer. What do you want now?
What do you think of this chalice, Sergeant?
Not much.
It's over 600 years old.
It looks it. I wouldn't drink from that rusty old thing if I was you.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to...
Yes, I do.
One moment, Miss... It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Thank you, Moo.
Alright, see if the inspector has anything, and I might call it afterwards. Because I do have to get up for work in the morning.
What now, monsieur?
Oh no, he has nothing.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You call me from my desk and you... I thought you might like to know. They found our friend Pigra.
Pigram?
Where did he turn up?
A little village on the Norwegian coast. The fish had made a meal of him, but the police pathologist identified the teeth. Poor Molly. He had such dignity. It's hard to imagine him ending up as fish food.
God, are we gonna go to Norway? If we're supposed to go to Norway, I'm saving that for next stream. Alright, good. We don't have to go to Norway. Alright. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. I wanna go to bed early enough because I have to go to work in the morning. Thank you guys for joining me. Oh my god, I've been beamed again right before the stream's over. Oh my god, what did I do to deserve this? But yeah, I'll be continuing Indiana Jones on Saturday, but until then, hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.